my home, honey, that's my home. Asheville Junction, Swannanoa Tunnel, all caved in, honey, all caved in. Hello everybody, got a hell of an instrument here today to show off. I think this is, if I had to guesstimate, I would say this is early 1880s. Check out that peg head right off the bat. Let's see if I can get that to... Pretty neat. Now a luthier I know named Aaron Kime, I think that's how you pronounce his name, he told me that that's called sand shading, how it's kind of dark on one side. I think what they do is they get sand real hot and they dip these little wood inlays in it to shade it, sunburst it like that. And I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a sun, oh my god, all this reflection. It's supposed to be a sun and a moon motif kind of emblazoned on there. That's pretty cool. Wood inlays, it appears to be quite old. So probably from, I would guess that was done shortly after the banjo was made at the factory. Check out the hardware on this thing. Pretty neat, early-ish hardware. Like I said, I think that hardware's, it looks a little clunky for 1890s, so I'd say it's definitely 1880s hardware. If I had to guess, I'd say early 1880s. I don't know for sure. Somebody does. I know somebody's seen these shoes before. So let me know, I don't know. I love this tailpiece. And so some other stuff that makes me think this is early. I'm not just going to tell you all that, I want to tell you why. Take a look at the inside, underneath the hood, shall we say. Look at these little mortise and tenon type wedges. So you got a hardwood wedge holding that in, and also one holding this end down here. That's sort of unusual. It's also sort of an earlier feature, I guess, that the dowel actually comes all the way through. Usually by the 1880s, most of these manufactured banjos, the dowel terminates on the inside of the rim, and then there's a tailpiece hanger, they call it, that screws into the end of the dowel. So we've got no heel cap here. Check out the cladding on this. I guess you call that a spun over rim. But it doesn't strike me as, it strikes me as earlier, if I had to guess. It doesn't look like it's sort of more slapshod, more cheaply done than any other kind of iron metal cladding I've seen. I couldn't tell you what it is, what kind of metal that is. Nickel plated something, or it's German silver plated. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the original hide we're dealing with here. It's got a couple of little holes and stuff on the edge, and some places where it's been bug ate up and stuff, but it's holding up pretty good. It's still a good plain hide, and you still have room to tighten it down, so that's good. You see that the bridge has been carved really short, so that's a ½ or maybe even slightly under a ½ bridge, which is sort of a no-no. And you can see the reason for that is that the neck angle on this banjo has kind of gone awry. And it's supposed to be flat 90 degree with the neck and the hide on an instrument like this from the 1880s. Modern banjos will be tilted down some, but you can see it's actually, it's sort of pulled up past 90 degrees. So this instrument technically needs a neck reset. Somebody needs to either, I would recommend actually taking it all apart and resetting this with the angle. You can see here too, notice the gap between the rim and the heel. That's a giveaway that the neck is rode up. So, but as I demonstrated, the instrument is really playable still. I think it's a really great looking instrument. It's got a lot of character. Look at that fingerboard. And I think it sounds wonderful. These are good, you know, late 1800s patent tuners. I wonder if these came on the instrument, then that would definitely tell us that that this instrument is at least late 1880s. But I have a hankering that these tuners were put on later. I bet you this thing was originally made with just fiddle peg friction tuners. Oh, also we have to look at these frets. The frets there are not, they don't appear to me to be fret wire or any kind of wire. They actually look like pieces of sheet metal, brass sheet metal, that I think somebody's cut real thin strips of and cut sawed grooves in there and tapped those things in there and filed them off. Really neat instrument. Try to do a swoop for you. I guess I'll shut up and then I'll play it a little bit more, and then that'll be it for this video. But I was just really kind of taken with this banjo. I think it's a really good one. Oh, check out, I want to show you that fifth string pip. That is cool. That's old-timey. Little block of wood that's tapped in there. Really nice little feature on this instrument. See, it's good and playable down to the 5th fret, down to the 7th. I think once you get up here higher, I think it's a little bit harder to note, and I think also the intonation's not quite perfect up here for whatever reason, whether that's due to the frets being in the wrong position or due to the fact that the neck is warped from the dowel somewhat. So this is not really a great player down here. But for just kind of what most of us do, just thumping around, providing rhythmic accompaniment up here, up above the 7th fret, great banjo. I love the way it sounds. Got a really warm bass. I really like it. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. Give us a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more.